MT Vasudevan Nair is a legend, and this, anthology showcases exactly that. Hi guys, this is Farhad, and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. If you're new to this channel, then please smash that subscribe button now, and remember to like and comment on the video. Liking and commenting helps fuel the YouTube algorithm. And today we are going to continue from yesterday's video. The video that we'd made yesterday was discussing the first 5 anthology shots of the anthology series called Manorathangal, which is streaming on Zee5. And because I wanted to dwell deeper into each of the shot that is there, I decided to divide the video into 2 parts, and this is the second part that you're watching. So if you haven't watched the first part, it is available under the Malayalam playlist that is there, so remember to just go check that out as well on my views on the first 5 short films that are there. Today we are going to be discussing the last 4 that are there, total 9 gems that were there. So let's get started straight away. So at number 6, the film, the shot that was there was Sherlock. Sherlock, which starred Farhad Fazil, Nadia, and it also was directed by Mahesh Narayanan, who's a prolific director, by the way. Now, this story is essentially, it's a story of a man who, migrates to the States only to come to terms with his reality that, things aren't as hunky-dory as, portrayed in the minds of the people that are there. There are challenges there as well. And how many times have we seen, people, migrate to a different country for greener pastures only to be trapped inside the realms of that country, just, having to cope with a different set of challenges that are there, like loneliness, like being aloof. Here you have your family with you, and I think that would be the biggest blessing according to me. But this is what exactly the film tackles on, wherein it's essentially interaction of a man with a cat that is there. Now the cat here is used as a metaphor here to depict the reality of the man that is there. So the more he gets frustrated, the more he starts running away from the cat just follows him, which means that his reality is always following up with him. It can also be a case of his past following up with him. There's a brief line that is there regarding the family of his sister where he's staying with, and the strained relationship that she shares with her husband. I think that was also showcased here. So the more you try to run away from that, it was coming back, but the moment you try and talk to it is when you be at little peace, is where you understand while the drama unfolds at a later pace. I think this was a wonderful shot that was there. Sherlock, the name of the cat was Sherlock, by the way. I think I really love this shot. I absolutely adored it. Absolutely. The next one, number 7, is Kadal Katta. Kadal Katta, it stars Indrajit, Aparna Balamurli, and Augustine, and it is directed by Ratish Ambat. And this is the story of a man who moves away from his house, leaving his wife and his child behind, only to form an affair due to which he refuses to return to his home. Now this is essentially a character study, is how I would like to look at this. The shot that was there, it's a story of a man who sees opportunities in individuals as well. He's a definite opportunist here, wherein if there is no profit seen for him, he will not indulge in that, which is why he doesn't see a gain to live with his wife and his child initially in the film, whereas he shares a very warm and flirtatious relationship with another woman that is there. At the same time, he doesn't want to commit to a marriage also to that woman that is there. So it's a dichotomy that he has to face with, and you get to know a lot of his personality from that one phone call scene that is there, in which you see him getting angry at his wife, but you see him also getting induced in the warmth of the other woman in 2 back-to-back calls that he gets. However, he does visit the house that is there, and there he also encounters his own pet dog, and the pet dog is furious with him, and I think that pet dog symbolizes the faithfulness in a marriage or faithfulness in a relationship that is there, which was missing. I think one thing that the shot was slightly lacking was the flashback sequence that was there, which were used as a justification because he belonged to a lower caste, is why there was a development of opportunist attitude inside him. I did feel that probably that could have been, enhanced a little more. I don't think that portion completely came out well, but at the same time, this shot definitely was a good watch, especially also with the twist at the end, which was also a little commentary on how, the Indian women or Indian wives, they give chances to their husband despite knowing that, that person is having an affair. I think that was a subtle commentary on that as well, the ending that was there. So I think I quite liked the shot. There was a little shortcomings, but I quite liked it. Number 8 is Abhiyan Tendi Vindam. Abhijam Tendi Vindam. I can't, that's my own handwriting, okay. But this is, I think, one of those shots that is very unique in this entire filmography that is there in this film, in the anthology, because this relies a lot on frames and the framing that is there. The framing is beautiful. It is refreshing with the shots that is taken of the nature. I think Santosh Sivan, who has directed it, and he's also the DOP of the film, I think he did a wonderful job here. I think it stars Siddiqui and Ishat. I think the girl's name is Ishat Yamini. So it stars them. It's a very interesting story of a man who returns to his village only to find that everything has changed around him, and how he finds a house only to be, thrown with challenges by the locals that are there. Now the entire film here, entire shot here is like a metaphor. For example, the dilapidated house that is there in which he stays is essentially a metaphor for the mind of the protagonist, where, he's almost grieving the death of a woman that is there, whose relationship, is unclear, whether it's his daughter or once upon a time was his wife. You don't know that. I think it's tended towards being a daughter because of the way he reacted to a small baby, who was brought to his house. It's tended towards that. But the dilapidated house that is there reflects his mind, and the moment even he tries to put his past back by taking care of the house and shedding the roof that is there, there are obstacles thrown in which the past already catches up to him all the single time and leaves him in absolutely tatters, as you would say. I also like the representation of death in this in the shot that was there, the end sequence that was there, in which the representation of Yamraj also, or Yam as we would say, I think that was also an interesting character in the form of a landlord. The landlord was represented as that, and it was a very ethereal kind of a shot that was there, which had a lot to say through the frames, and I absolutely love this. I think this shot was wonderful here. It's definitely challenging and wonderful to witness. I think Siddiq also did a wonderful job, and even the other girl Ishat, I think she did a wonderful job as well. Likewise, for the earlier film that I missed out, Farhad Fazil, he did a wonderful job. Even Indrajit in his tale, he did a wonderful job. I think I missed out on the performances that were there in the earlier films. All of them, Aparna Balamurali, all of them did a wonderful job. The final shot, which is called Swargam Turakunna Samayam, is also an interesting shot, and it makes it all the more special to see Nedumudi Venu in one of his final appearances. That is, he had expired in 2021, and he also essays a character who supposedly is on his deathbed. It's directed by Jairaj, and it also co-stars Indrans. And this is a story of a benefactor who thinks that the elderly statesman in his family is going to die, and he informs his entire family, who comes, pays him a visit, until they realize that he wakes up the next day. He's not dead yet. Now this story is almost like a satire on death, with the point of view of how children look at taking care of their parents as their responsibility. I feel that this was a very unique sort of a narrative that was there, in which you almost see the point of view of the children here almost carrying out their duties as duties without having any emotional attachment to the parent. And it's absolutely heartbreaking with the way the shot ended here. I mean, it ended on such a heartbreaking note. I think one little gripe that I had with this shot was that the pace was a little sluggish. I know I have mentioned earlier that slow cannot be a criticism, but it really did get to me, this shot. It was slightly sluggish, which doesn't mean it was bad. It was excellent here. It could have been a little pacier as well. It's almost presented as a satire, and I think all the performances, Indran's, Nedo Moody in particular, was excellent. I think that crying scene at the end was absolutely shattering, and it absolutely broke my heart, when he says that, let everyone's busy, let them go back. Whenever the final thing happens, which means he dies, that is the time you inform them, and if they are not so busy, they can visit him. It's absolutely heartbreaking with the way he said it. So I felt that this was another wonderful shot that was there, and I quite liked it as well. So overall, I felt that Manorathangal comprises of 9 shots, and all of them, have something to offer in terms of learning cinematically or philosophically, some lesser than the other, but overall I loved all the shots that were there. Not all were at the same level, but it definitely made for a wonderful watch, streaming on Zee5. Let me know in the comments which was your favorite. What did you make of these shots that were there? Remember to like the video also. If you're liking the video, also share this video with your friends and family. Ask them to subscribe to the channel. Let's grow this Digi family together. Also, if you'd like to read my full detailed review of each of the shots on my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S, the link of which is in the description box below, do visit that on my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S. Also visit my social media handles like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Letterboxd. I do not end up making a video on everything that I watch, but I do write a lot. All information is present in the description box again. And if the response to both the videos is good, I may go for the ranking. Remember that I may rank each of the stories that are there. So maximize the reach is all I can say, and I'll see you again soon with another video. Till then, take care of yourselves, and thank you so much for your love and support. Cheers.